Let's talk phones. The phones have changed so much since I was raising my children, since my mother raised me. It used to be the phone was on the wall. When it rang, you get it. And then it was, how do you answer a phone, right? You never know who it was going to be at the other end of the phone, but you always answered the same way. And then we were taught this. And then when the phone is not for you, how do you call them? There were two major mistakes being made on the phone back then. One was can you please give a message to your mother? Yes. And then you didn't write it down and you didn't give it to her. That was like, there were no answering machines. That was like the worst. In fact, I remember one time I was supposed to get a message and I didn't. And the message was, you don't have to go to the airport to pick up your parents. They got a ride from your stepbrother. I didn't get that message. I got to the airport. I see my stepbrother there. I was like, what? Okay, those are old-fashioned rules because right now we're all working in WhatsApp and all these messages just come right there. So that one at least has been resolved with technology. And the other one from the old days was, hi, can I please speak with your mom? And you go, yeah, just a minute. Mom! And it's like you're screaming across into the phone and the person's like, never, right? So those have been resolved. That's not happening because we all have our own individual phones. But let's just say for a moment that we don't. Let's say that your child is now 7, 6 years old, doesn't really have a phone yet, but you're letting him have access on your phone to call his friends, right? Let's just say. And let's just say the friend that he's calling doesn't have a phone, so really you're giving him your phone, a grown-up's phone, to have access to another grown-up's phone. This is the transitional stage between having your own phone and reaching your friends on their own phone. And the transitional stage sets the stage for respect and obedience in the world. And it begins to show the child that they're not the center of the universe. So the first thing you have to understand is, yes, this is my phone. I'm going to let you use it to make a phone call, but you may not touch this phone without asking me first and hearing me say yes. If you ask me and I say no, then it's a no, right? So that's the first rule that has to be let down. Number 2, if you're going to call your friend, there are certain times of the day that you can, and certain times of the day you can't. You cannot wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and take my phone when I'm not even awake yet and call your friend who it's really their mom, and now you see what's happening, right? So you have to teach them. Don't make a phone call to another grown-up before 8 o'clock in the morning. It's rude. Don't let it happen. And you just have maybe a half an hour window, by 8 to 8:30, whatever it is, before you actually walk out the door to school, that you can make that phone call. And perhaps it should have been made the day before. The day before, you can make a phone call with your mom's permission when you come home from school until 6 o'clock, and no phone calls after 6. Why? Because after 6, people are finishing their homework, getting ready for bed, the house is getting cleaned up, and things are calming down, and there's no phone calls coming in. You'll be disrupting the family. So this is an important concept. Now, the mother answers the phone because obviously it's her phone, and she says, hello, Tim. Listen, you called 3 times. I didn't answer because I was busy. Please don't do that. When I can get to my son to get him to call you when it's the right time, he will. But calling once is enough. And that's very important lesson to teach your children. Don't call and call and call until that person has to pick up the phone because you've just interrupted them so much. Whatever you're calling, that grown-up is busy. She's either making dinner or cleaning up dinner or working or setting everything up for the next day or folding clothes or vacuuming or putting the kids to sleep, and she's busy. And your phone call once leaves a note in her head that she will tell the child that you called at the right time when they can call you, or you'll catch up tomorrow. Not every one of your phone calls has to be answered. And this is also an important rule to find out. If your child calls and the parent doesn't pick up, then you teach the mother teaches the child that means that they're busy, but they can see in the phone that you called. When they're not busy, they'll get back to you, or their child will. That's all. More than that is harassment. More than that, you will be permanently blocked from this woman's phone. Because I definitely suggest any mother out there who is being harassed, or any child who has their own phone who is being harassed by people, block them. This technology is for our benefit, not to abuse us. So we'll go back to this one age group. So if that child who's borrowing the mother's phone is calling another mother's phone over and over and over, that mother at that moment should block that child. Later on, when you catch your breath, call the mother and let the mother know that you have blocked their child. And unfortunately, it's your phone. You're blocked from my phone because I'm working, I'm busy, I can't get it. And your child's not getting it. So please. All right. So these are basically the phone rules. I just want to check my little paper here and make sure. Oh, one more thing. If you call someone and they're on the other line, it sounds different. Practice with, if you're a parent, practice with your child. Call somebody who you know is busy, maybe their father's on the phone, and let them hear the difference. That sound is different when they're on call waiting. So let them know, okay, that's also busy, they're on another call. They will see that you called. It goes into the phone. Do not call twice. You can text. I just called, just want to remind you that I do want to speak to your child, blah, 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 his name. Please have him call me. It's about ... Also, if you're using your mother's phone to use his mother's phone to send him a picture, you can send one picture. You can send one message. Not over and over and over and over. Not two. Not two messages, not three messages, not funny memes. It's not gonna happen. These are the rules. If you don't follow the rules, you get blocked. No messages will ever come in. And that is your Bubbie pin for today. It's an extremely important one. If you're a mother struggling with this transitional stage where my child doesn't have a phone yet and I am the keeper of the phone, I know you know what's going on. I know you feel this. I know you feel me right here. Teach your child these rules. Teach your friends to teach their child these rules. Just, you know what, just have them tune into this Bubbie pin. Share it. It'll save you a lot of hassle. And I'll catch you later. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you tomorrow.